I said, good afternoon. I need to hear more energy here. Come on. All right. So this afternoon, I'm going to share, I have 5 minutes according to the time. So I wanted to share 2 stories and 1 poem, if that's okay with you guys. Okay, time me. Okay, so like I said, I need the energy of the audience. Okay, Sister Bethea? Sister Washington, Brother Washington, okay? All righty. The first one, I'm kind of turned a little bit, so I'm going to try to situate myself so you can see me. Again, my name is Patricia. I'm glad to be here this evening. And the first story I want to share with you guys is from 1st grade. Okay, we've all been in 1st grade. And in the Bible, Jesus shared parables, right, to teach a lesson. So this one is called the parable of the quarter, okay? It all went down in 1st grade. I was sitting in my desk on task and thinking about recess. It was the most exciting part of the day for most kids, for that matter. Recess means you could buy cool stuff like candy, cookies, and ice cream. My treasured treat was the Nutty Buddy ice cream. Oh, the waffle cone and the ice cream, drizzle and chocolate and peanuts. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Come on, y'all. I felt defeated on this day because I didn't have a quarter to buy one. Just as I started to wallow in my discontent, I froze midway in a slouch position. There it was, sitting diagonal in my peer's desk, about 5 feet away. I knew it didn't belong to me, but I thought the milk chocolate and the sound of the crunch of the peanuts played a trick on me. I had to have that quarter. Sister Warren, you know what I'm talking about. I took this opportunity to steal it. Yes, I said it. I stole it. There's no other way to sugarcoat it. Recess time rolled around and my classmates could not find the quarter. She quickly reported it to the teacher. The teacher immediately went into interrogation mode. She went up and down every row asking if we had seen the quarter. I took the quarter and purchased the Nutty Buddy, and I enjoyed every bite. Upon returning to class, I heard my teacher calling our parents, oh Lord, one by one to get to the bottom of the mystery. My peer was sobbing because she didn't have money to buy her ice cream. I felt sorry for her, but I felt more sorry for myself because I knew when my name came up on the list, it was going to be trouble. The teacher called my mother, and my mother stated, she didn't give me a quarter. My life flashed in front of my eyes. I knew that gloom and doom would be waiting for me when I reached home. My teacher briefed my mom regarding the lie that I had told, and my mom replied, tell Trisha I'll see her when she gets home. As I arrived at home, I was met with a surprise. I knew my mother was gonna be there waiting to spank me, but my grandmother was there too. Grandma said, Trisha, why did you go out there and steal that little girl's quarter? I have a good reputation in this community, and that is a reflection on me. When your mother is done with you, I'm going to get you too. You know, if you want something, you need to ask for it. All of a sudden, Lord have mercy, the value of a Nutty Buddy ice cream went down. It didn't sound or look or taste good to me anymore. Well, I received 2 spankings that day, and I learned a valuable lesson. No matter what, mama and grandmama will find out. So always tell the truth. This is the poem that I'm going to share, and then I'll end with a tribute to the elders. This one is written about, when I wrote it, what I had in mind was to capture the David of the Bible days, and then as that David evolves into the modern man. So this is for all the men in the room. It's a tribute. It's called The Essence of David. Descendant of Abraham, spun from the seed of Adam, bursting forth from the brown earth you came with presence, power, and authority, and no title, including shepherd boy, could contain the elements of fire that God placed within you. Oh, how they underestimated your strength, marked your boldness, and only you knew and fully understood the awesomeness of God the day the dust of the ground fell and the Philistine fell. From shepherd boy to king, they could never comprehend. And so the universe waited and held her breath. Great temptations perched themselves on your throne. Great drops drenched your cloak as you kneeled in the presence of the Most High. Forgiveness being your song, repentance being its melody. The universe exhaled as she found favors in God's eyes. Praises publicly displayed, danced upon the soil of Israel. Your celebration became ours. And so you came out of Africa, tall, black, and strong, warrior of your native land, minister of tribal conflict, father of your nation, husband of your queen, beloved in the sight of the Creator. Dusk is here. The sun is slowly setting. The wild of Africa is silent and is still, as all is still as the tall grasses of the plain nod, as you fade into the horizon, bowing, seemingly knowing your purpose, bowing, seemingly knowing your greatness, bowing as the wind catches the horizon, grabbing all that will hear. She whispers in Africa's ear. In turn, Africa blows her sweet words across the ocean blue. Do not be saddened. A new day is on the horizon, fresh and new. The sun is rising. Morning is mumbling, beckoning you. And so your day has come, young man, like many before you. Arise, you are appointed. Arise, you are anointed. Arise, you have been summoned, set apart. You are a man after God's own heart. Okay, the last one, I need interaction from the audience. This is for the elders, and then that'll be it for me. This one is called I'm in Love with the Good Old Days, okay? Y'all with me? Okay, so when I point at you, you're going to say, I'm in love with the good old days. Y'all got that? Okay, so y'all starting out on the count of three. 1, 2, 3.
I'm in love with the good old days.
I'm in love with the people, the way of life, especially childhood memories, the music, the food, especially the sweets.
I'm in love with the good old days.
When going to the fair was a big deal, cotton candy, candy apples, and that crazy giant Ferris wheel.
I'm in love with the good old days.
When we shucked corn, picked butter beans, made old-fashioned cane syrup, and tied ropes to a tire to create a swing.
I'm in love with the good old days.
When we had 8-track tapes and jammed out to James Cleveland, the Mighty Clouds of Joy, the Williams Brother. Y'all can wave your hand if you know what I'm talking about. When you were told to sweep around your door before you sweep around mine, and when children can go to the store and only needed a dime.
I'm in love with the good old days.
I'm in love with the good old days when Mama made pound, caramel, and jelly cakes, and we were foolish enough to eat it until our bellies ached. When you heard the word Caesar, you didn't think about a salad, but that sister named Shirley, whose gospel music could satisfy any musical palate. When a smarty wasn't a kid who thought he knew it all, but a line of colored aspirin-like candy which we traded off and had a ball. When you cut up, you got tore up. When spankings were not looked down upon and people spoke when they entered a room, including children and folk that were grown. When we ran around with croquet sacks, and I wonder why Miss Mary always had, and I wonder why Miss Mary Mack was always dressed in black and had all those silver buttons running down her back. When we played patty cake, hopscotch, jump rope, hide and seek, and rode merry-go-rounds, and kids would straighten up when you got a look from Mama without her even making a sound. When Mama made salmon croquettes and biscuits and syrup on the stove, the smell coming from that kitchen will never grow old. When choirs sang songs of Zion like the old rugged cross, precious Lord, and it felt like everyone was on one accord. When as little kids, we went to the country store for sweets like Mike and Ike's. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I got my little bag just in case y'all don't know what I'm talking about. Orange slices, Chico sticks, Mary Jane's, moon pies, coconut bars, Boston baked beans, sister, okay? And red hots. Y'all ain't gonna believe this, but I got some red hots in this bag too. Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. I could go on and on about the good old days, but at this time, let's stand and give a hand to our elders, the saints that paved the way. Again, my name is Patricia Beard Zanville. It was a pleasure. And I just want you to know, in a couple of months, I'm going to release a book of poems. If you're interested in coming to my release party or celebration, you can get with me before it's over and I'll give you my information so you can email me and I'll be sure to invite you. Thank you. Have a blessed evening.
Let's give it up to Sister
You won't want to be bad.
Oh, thank you so much. God bless you.